Hello everyone, myself Mr. Sardar Dilbag Singh Khalsa. I am 6th year doctorate student in Indian Institute of Technology Bhubaneswar. I am doing my PhD in quantum mechanics and machine learning. So here I am going to show the experiment where I am trying to test and prove the quantum consciousness theory by planting the plants with logics and good emotions. They may be songs, they may be fresh air. So now I am going to water. So it is a myth that we should not water plants in summer because we have scarcity of water. But water is in ocean, and we don't have scarcity of water. We have scarcity of water because we are not giving the waters to right thing. Waters are captured in the particular ground on trees. The trees capture the water, and that only increase the water level of the particular system. So suppose I don't have agricultural land or cultivation land. That's why I am planting these plants on my balcony, on my this shed, and I will be increasing the number of plants because I need fresh oxygen, because this will generate fresh oxygen in day, and it will provide shelter and everything to the society. Okay, there are lots of plants, and I have changed the species name of these plants also with quantum number, because I believe due to my plantation techniques and due to my philosophy, there will be change and DNA modification, so the species of the plants will be changed, because that will be my patent also. So this water, people think that trees and waters are planted only on grounds, but I say that we need to shift to organic farming so that we can enjoy the taste. So in India, lots of people are suffering from lots of diseases like arthritis, heart attacks, and lots of things. So these are result of fertilizers and hybrid foods. I'm not saying that we should stop it, but foods are essential. But if we want to live a disease-free life, then we have to plant trees on the basis of capacity. So my capacity is not agricultural land, because I don't have agricultural land. My capacity is a floor where I can tree water and I can see there is some person abusing. So I really don't care about him. His abusive language is based on his capacity, and I don't blame him because he is abusive, because he is destined to abuse. So amazing thing, there is a flower. It's just 3 days, 3 or 4 days. Earlier it was not there. We can see flower, red petals. I don't know the species. I am very weak at these things. I need to smell. No, the smell is not. It's not the rose. Okay. I am not. I'm not sure. So now I will be irrigating this particular system with dropping of water from top, like natural rainwater. So I need to fix the video camera. So this water is necessary for the foundation of the building also, and it will cool the surface. Means we don't need lots of electricity on air conditioner or anything in the summer, and it's a misconception that we don't have water. We have water. Cities like Bangalore has depleted water because of urbanization and heavy construction, top high floor buildings, top things. But this is a rural area. We have water because we have ponds, we have everything. So I believe ponds must be there, and if a person has capacity of swimming pool, it should be there because storage of water is very necessary. Otherwise, we will run out of food, run out of everything. Okay, so now I may complete the video. So it's a misconception that throwing water in summer will deplete the run. We will you got run out of water, but it's a misconception because if you give the water to the foundation will be strong, temperature will be low. We don't need electricity. We don't need cooler. We don't need AC. The room will be cool. We can live in fan also. So we utilize the water as a resource, but we meanwhile we also cut the electricity, means we don't use the electricity, the fuel. So water as a resources integrated, invested, and the resource that we avoiding the fuels. So trees are source of good oxygen, good foods, good greens, and this is a completely organic based farming. No fertilizer, and sometimes we also need fertilizer. Fertilizer is also necessary, and the fertilizer was firstly invented. Means the foundation of fertilizer was set by Fritz Haber, a chemist. He harvested the nitrogen from the air and industrialized it, and he was involved in World War II also for developing weapons. So he got criticized also, but he got the Nobel Prize because he contributed a scientific technique to harvest the nitrogen from the atmosphere. And people see his method, people invest in his method and industrialize. So I'm also trying to do something, but not the chemicals. I want to supply a chain system where some will grow the tree, some will harvest the tree, some will provide the land, so that the tree will be his, wood will be his, oxygen will be his, and we will sell these trees on our capacity, because I can't grow a mango tree or a burger tree in my foundation. So if a person who has enough land, he is from rural background, he don't have house, so he can take these trees, purchase these trees from us with low cost, with company registered. Our company is a registered company, so we will be taking very low margin, but we will take a guarantee that you will grow the tree. Because if you take the tree and don't do the plantation and throw the tree, then the whole purpose of planting and guiding is actually destroyed. But the fact is, when you are taking the tree, so you have to take the guarantee that you will develop the tree, plant the tree. So it can be gardening also. Suppose you have a good house, you can go for gardening at the top floor based on your capacity. So you must avoid the trees which attracts snakes like chandan tree. You have to decorate things, blossom flowers, flowers with no smells. There are lots of flowers which look beautiful, but they don't have smell. So I need to refill the water so that video will be finished. And I just avoid the misconception, misuse of water. Okay, we have to utilize the water carefully during bathing, during drinking, and everything. So this is the technique. And this bucket is from paint, and this is a case of renewable reuse recycle, because plastics are very important. Plastics are made with high tech things, and it doesn't dissolve. Means it's impossible to degrade the plastic. So we have to reuse, recycle every resources. Okay. Meanwhile, the water is filling. I will show the other things also. So we have internet facility also in the top floor. High speed internet facility, LAN cable. And this is our top floor. This is our top floor, and it has also a capacity to hold lots of plants, because we can plant lots of trees. Okay, this is my own geofiber. Okay, I don't know whether it's, I can't see because the sun is that side. So I believe this geofiber can be seen. I'm not sure whether because lots of light is there, so I can't see whether it's recording or capturing this thing or not. And you can see this is area with rural and lots of things. We have clinic, we have trains, we have stadium, lots of trains, lots of good good and everything, and we have good air. And I believe this is the ultimate version of living, because we can't categorize system as urbanization and ruralization. We have to go in a sustainable way, because urbanization will cause the damage of water and living standard. And if you talk about rural areas, then lack of facility. But we must develop a system where rural and urbanization should be in a balanced way, that we must have tree, not the Noida or any big cities where lots of trees are arranged in a way, park are there like Delhi. So Delhi is amazing, but you can see the AQI, the air pollution is there. They are failed model, because if Delhi is there, then the slums are there, and lots of burnings are there, lots of things are there, lots of firecracker are there. So it will increase the technically it will increase the pollution. So we have to build a sustainable model all over the country, not the urban, not the rural, a sustainable model where we have मिट्टी के घर also, छाने के घर also, everything, because it's a Indian culture, Indian tradition, and it's a house which is technically a cool. If you build a house मिट्टी के, अब वो ऐसा नहीं कि एक मिट्टी के हाउस भसा के जाते हैं, आप एक अच्छा स्ट्रॉन्ग मिट्टी का फाउंडेशन बनाओ, तो वो 10 साल तक तो चल ही जाता है। हाँ, सीमेंट का कंस्ट्रक्शन जो फाउंडेशन है वो 30 साल 40 साल तक चलता है, क्योंकि सीमेंट ज़्यादा बेहतर फाउंडेशन प्रोवाइड करता है छड़ गिट्टी के साथ। लेकिन उसके साथ फिर फ्रेश एयर, फ्रेश ऑक्सीजन, लिमिटेड स्पेस होने के कारण चीज़ें घटती जाती हैं। बट वी हैव टू बिल्ड अ सस्टेनेबल मॉडल, and like that we can see some thing like you can see there is antenna system. So why we are relying on internet model only? Why we are not watching Doordarshan with old tradition antenna model? Like शक्तिमान जब आता था तो लोग इंतज़ार करते थे कि हाँ हम एंटीना लगाएंगे, क्योंकि that creates happiness index, means happiness in children, because they will set the antenna, they will ask whether आया कि नहीं आया, because that will create a kind of humor, a interest, a logic. Okay, Shaktiman was amazing web series, amazing serial, and amazing serial, but because it has lots of scientific texts, Iron Man, Boot Man, Electricity Man, Polyester Man, that's man. So we have DC, Marvel and comics. They are using high level editing software, but our Indian Shaktiman model, it was released in 1990s by Mukesh Khanna production house, and he is still alive. So we have to watch a serials with a scientific innovation, with Indian tradition, with a scientific tech. We don't need to rely on DC Marvel comics, because that is also necessary. DC Marvel comics is good for a student like me who studied in IIT, can understand lots of language, lots of the subtitles. I learned English after a long time. I was a student in Hindi medium. I used to read Hanuman as Hanuman. So there was a story, crocodile. So I was in class 3rd in Saint. There is a school in Balada Bazaar, Saint Mary, in Bhatabad, Saint Mary's, and there is a Sacred Heart in Balada Bazaar. So there was a story of crocodile and monkey. I was in shock for 3 days, because I don't even know what the meaning of crocodile, but I can see the figure that this is a magarmach. So country like India, where lots of people speak Hindi and the native language, they are not that much developed on in English. So we have to start our old foundation, which cultivate the Hindi language, like Shaktiman. So people will wait for Shaktiman, and Shaktiman is a good serial. We should start the serial once again with a new concept, with a new tech, not just a movie, not the retelecast. We had to start the serial once again with fresh new episode, because that was not ended. That was not the clear end. So Mukesh Khanna talks about releasing a movie, but a movie is not the ultimate. People watch movie one day and go away, but people should not only watch the reels, because that will temper the mind and reverse film effect. The IQ intelligence quotient will be depleted. People are rejecting food, children are eating food, watching mobile, and rejecting the knowledge, because their temperament is based on reels. So if we watch once again Shaktiman, so Shaktiman has a tendency of delivery, okay, a slow delivery. It means he deliver the speech with a slow mode, okay, like andhera, like somebody is saying andhera kayam rahe, and Shaktiman is saying that प्रकाश का राज हो, और अंधकार प्रकाश साथ में ही जलती है. So what is अंधकार? The corruption and greediness is अंधकार, And what is Prakash? The honesty and leadership for truth is the Prakash. There is no any some kind of intellectual thing or God or anything. It may be there, but for a children's like age whose age is 5 year, if he will watch Shaktiman with a patience, he will learn lots of things. So there it used to be in DD National. It used to be deliver the episodes like Meena Tarang, where it used to facilitate the information regarding women empowerment and women education. Nowadays, people are watching reels and the podcast and the muddy thing, because parents are not aware of regarding that YouTube also has a kids version, but we have a single TV, smart TV, and we can't purchase lots of things. So parents, students, and the children, they watch reels and the non-parliamentary thing where jokes are framed, created. Like people are talking about fart, toilet, and creating a nonsense item in the internet and getting viral, and they're doing this for money. But money is also important, but it will harvest a negativeness in the mind of children, because that children is supposed to be the youth of the next generation of our country, not our country, of the world. Okay, so suppose if Shaktiman starts with two languages, Hindi and English, same, not the same version, because people want to see new looks. So also we can retelecast Shaktiman also, because Shaktiman is a scientific thing. There was one more serial, that Captain Vyom. So it discussed quantum gravity. Lots of things are there in the Captain Vyom serial in the Disney Star. But that serial got banned. Why it got banned? Because there was nobody person who can understand quantum mechanics, and the Captain Vyom serial was based on quantum mechanics. Quantum tunneling was there. Lots of the physics principle and chemistry principle was there. Okay, so this is very good city. See here, he is delivering food, and yeah, it's a very good thing, because government has done lots of things to these rural areas, and I am very happy about it. Okay, so this is a water tank, so we can get the water, we get less electricity, and this internet signal is a good signal. Okay, whenever we can pay more and increase the bandwidth, and we have the tower, we have the chill, अब इस इंग्लिश नेम मुझे अब याद ही नहीं आ रहा है, एक्सैक्ट स्पीसीज small. Okay, so we need to reform our educational policies, not by pressurization, but by entertainment, because Shaktiman was a thing where when the Saturday bell rings on, people used to run from the schools, and they used to watch Shaktiman, because Shaktiman is a thing which can introduce the scientific minds of a children. Today, seeing the YouTube and preparing the gadget, it's not the scientific way, because it's a copying. But when we see a Shaktiman, watch a Shaktiman, we can run. So there was a chemical. By drinking that chemical, people goes low, gets lower height, and by drinking something, people gets higher height. So this is also possible, because there are lots of injections which deplete the height, which increase the height. There are lots of things, bone marrow transplant, things, scientific procedures are there. But Shaktiman was based on consciousness. So that is also necessary, because children should be developed based on moral values. First, we should teach the children moral values, that we have to be strong, We have to live a life according to the principles, truth, and reality. But once they are get into tech, so then they have to create their own, not the copied one. Because if we use the copied one everything, then our mind will be depleted. Suppose, let's take an example of TV. We don't have idea how to repair a TV, open the TV. So do you believe the old television, the Onida, it has CRT tube, cathode ray tube. Okay, and what's a cathode ray tube? Cathode ray tube is a highly scientific thing, which has which is a device which can be, which is not the easily available thing. A cathode ray tube is the most technical invention developed, and people got the Nobel Prize with the help of cathode ray tube. And it was most probably the cathode ray tube invention was credited mostly. Okay, so X-ray was credited to Roentgen. So he used the cathode ray tube, and then Philip Leonard opposed him that I should get the Nobel Prize because he has used the cathode ray tube, my cathode ray tube, and he got the X-ray. Okay, so due to all these reasons, the negativity, people are becoming dumb and paying the money to medical bills, the hospitals. Okay, so my water should be there. I need to go and once again refill the water. So this is very calm area, you can see, and I have violated something. The oh, so it's good. It's also a tree. I will refill the things. I let me check whether I have water or not. Oh, less water. I'm sorry. I forget that I. But somehow somebody used that water because it's a family, and family member is always aware that water is there or not. Okay, so now let's start. What's our motto? The motto is to stabilize the nation and the earth based on green. Means we have to stop. We don't need to stop for war. Will be automatically stop if the demands and supplies are completed. If people gets enjoyment, gets employment, gets fresh air, they will become intelligent. So if you want to increase the employment, we have to build something. We don't need to purchase only. Means if we purchase, purchase the money power, then our money will be gone to facilities. Then we won't build anything, we won't do anything, we won't construct anything, we won't build new things. Then where will be the employment? Okay, employment can only be generated if we have the capacity of building, constructing, manufacturing. It's not about India made, US made, China made. If we want to give employment, so we have to construct everything. We have to construct television, we have to construct manufacture everything. We don't need to import something from that country. Importation is also good, but that importation should be allowed to higher class people, those have money. We don't need to finance the mobile, because the person who has capacity to purchase that thing, he will purchase. But we need to construct everything own made. It's not against war against any country, but it's regarding sustainable development. Why countries like America or Israel and Putin, Israel are fighting? They're fighting for fuel or lots of things. But actually, this war is because of dumbness and loss of employment. Employment is lost. People are stuck in alcohols and lots of things. their mind is disrupted, so they are fighting for their rights. But actually it's not the fighting for rights, it's not fighting for something. The fight is because we don't have fresh air, we don't have fresh oxygen, we don't have fresh food. So that's why people are fighting for water. So it was said, na, the third world war will be run for water. So this is the third world war, and it's running for water and fresh air. Thank you, Jain.